they had raised $1,800.
Children, let us not love in word or speech, but in deed and truth.
Life Teen is all about the community. Seeing all my peers and kids my age coming and sitting in a couple pews at Mass, and I think that's awesome. Doing the different activities, getting to know your faith indirectly and directly is the way to go. Using my talents for Eagle Scout. Eagle Scout's all about leadership, all about the hard work that you put into being a leader and showing how you can communicate with everyone. I assembled and installed benches over at Claggett Middle School. Cardboard City was a lot of fun. Taking a walk in someone else's shoes is the big experience for me, and that really is an eye-opener. Being up on the cross for the crucifixion scene was an unbelievable experience, and that was an honor to have.
As each one has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards.
I'm not one of those people that tries to sign up for everything and do everything. I think everybody, if you want to benefit from something, I think you have to pull your weight. And I think everybody has that responsibility. Yeah, I think you always receive more when you give. I teach PSR, and Connor goes to PSR, and I knew I would be there anyway. The kids they give so much with their enthusiasm. And I've learned more about my faith.
It was easy for us to get into bereavement. We've already buried 2 of our adult children. So we know what it was like to receive support, so it's very easy then to be there for somebody else, whatever their plight is at the time.
I'm really excited to be able to give back in the fall and help out with Life Teen, help those teens feel like they're part of our bigger church community.
Being involved with the Resurrection Choir, that we have a dedicated group of folks and musicians who come to every funeral, and we sing. And sometimes the church is full, and sometimes we outnumber the folks in the pews. Whether the casket is this big or the casket's 6 feet long, I mean, it is truly a tearful time for the Resurrection Choir up there too.
You have a reason for being here. Your reason to be here means that you're using, sometimes it isn't just talents and skills and abilities, those are good words. You have strength, you have a soft voice, you recognize a joke, you smile. Maybe that's your gift. Maybe that's what you have to give. Then get into the field that helps. Find out what you like and then go for it.
Never confuse busyness with accomplishment. Activity without God can come up empty-handed.
Everybody in this parish is busy. It's a matter of making the time. I just met somebody on the way into the church tonight, and she said stewardship is just saying yes. Everybody's got an excuse, and time is probably number one excuse. If they're important to you, you're going to make them happen. You're going to find the time.
Hey, we've got 24 hours, so you've got 24 hours to pray. Keep the prayer simple. The morning offering. That prayer, I timed it. It takes like 20 seconds to say.
We obviously have very busy lives, and all of us here have very busy lives with our children. But what we have tried to do in our lives is to make time every week, whether we're on vacation, whether we are, busy with soccer, everything, but that we come to church every week, and we feel that that's important to show our children that God has given us so many gifts throughout the week, and that we can take 1 hour a week to come to church to give thanks, encouraging our children by our own action.
Especially with Mass, I don't think it's that difficult to give 1 hour a week. That's just what you do on Sunday, and kind of want to install that in my kids' minds.
We're all on a pilgrimage, and so you're walking with somebody else. It's not as though you're serving them, you're walking with them. We're all in this big boat together.
Different people who come from various walks of life, yet all have embraced the journey of stewardship. What does return to sender, giving back our God-given gifts, mean to them?
That's what stewardship is. Bring what you got, and the church needs what you've got, and they'll figure out how to disperse it.
As a Jesuit-educated person, when I think of stewardship, I remember the Jesuit slogan, men and women for others, and I think that rings true.
Everything we do, is stewardship, like whether it's saying a prayer for someone or holding a door for someone who has like a armload of books, or picking the books up when they drop them or something like that. Putting money in the collection basket is helping someone. The youth stewardship program has helped me to realize that we need to learn now how to give so we can do it later on in life.
I have a hard time thinking of myself as giving. It always seems that he gives me much more than I could ever possibly think to give him.
What I've returned is I like humor, I like to make people laugh, and I've always said and thought if I'm not making people laugh, I'm not doing my job.
Really makes me think of all the things that we've been given, not only from our church at St. Francis, but the Universal Catholic Church, and how lucky we've been to get so much. So I feel that it's only right that we give back as much as we've been given.
Well, to help people who are in need of help.
Never gets old.
Oh, and if you can do it with the blessing of the Lord, that's better yet.
Living the way God wants you to live, whether it be how you act in front of other people, to show them you're a Christian, to share your talents with people, to share your talents with the church, and to share your faith with your children. Evangelize by your actions and by what you can give.
The first time I saw the Return to Sender logo outside the church, I immediately thought of the King. And not the King James Version, but, you know, the King Elvis. I started singing to Jennifer, Return to Sender. That song, I mean, you know, Elvis's theme was TCB, take care of business. And what is stewardship about? It's about take care of business. Making sure that you are doing what you can for the church and doing what you can for St. Francis.
The 116th Psalm asks, how shall I make a return to the Lord for all the good he has done for me?